I'm going to have to wait a few and see if we get our folks back that I lost when we had to restart. Sorry about that. For some reason, she didn't want to turn, and I didn't want to do the tiny picture, which we've had to do before. So we'll wait for a few minutes till people start showing up before I go on. Hi, Linda. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Janice. Is there any special reason for the 7, Linda? Looks like we have most of us back. Hey, Mary. Hope you have good luck fixing it too. It'd be horrid to have to replace it, but fixing it in and of itself is probably going to be expensive enough. Hi, PK. Well, darn it. So, yeah, I've had a lot of expenses. Why is it always happens at the least convenient time? I mean, I had to get a new dryer because my dryer decided to quit on us. And then I had to have my leak in my bathroom fixed. And then, of course, there's Christmas shopping. And then to top that, my husband's bonus that he was supposed to get that we were going to use for Christmas shopping is late. And so we won't get it till after Christmas. So fun. So I just told him hi, Leah, that we just use the credit card and then pay the credit card back when his bonus came. That will work. But still no fun. Hey, Deborah. Bah humbug. So we're Scrooging it, huh? That's fine. So sitting on my desk still is the bracelet. Hey, Beth. And the earrings that I made with the Bows and Berries bargain bead box. I guess that was Saturday. But that's not what we're going to work on today, obviously, because it's finished. I just got to put those away. Hey, Randy, how's it going? I was going to put those, I was thinking of putting those in my Etsy shop, but it's real close to Christmas. I suppose if anybody wanted them, they could purchase them. I talked to the post office. They said they couldn't guarantee if we did priority mail, we could still make things to their places in the States if we mailed it by Wednesday. But that's pushing it. Hey, Miss Tacos. Hey, Melinda. So, I finally got my bargain bee box. Came on Saturday. I haven't even opened it, even slid it open though, because I wanted to do that here. In case people haven't noticed, I have decided to start a subscription. I figured it might help with if I need a different tripod for one thing, so I was hoping to be able to afford that, but we'll see how it goes. You're still waiting on yours, Melinda? Ugh. Well, spoilers, I'm about to open it pretty soon, so just to let you know, if you don't want to see it, then you might want to, yeah, I hear you, Deborah. Oh, gosh. So, if you don't want to see it, we're going to open it here in a minute, so Oh, you've already seen it? Yeah, I've seen it a few times too. I watched Randy's unboxing, and then I watched Amy's Campbell's the other day. So, yeah, I've seen it too. Though I wasn't really actively, I shouldn't say actively watching, because I was watching, but I just wasn't, paying a lot of attention. So let's see what this has to say about this particular box. Glacial Glimmer. Celebrate the frosty beauty of winter with glimmering gemstones and sparkling crystal. Genuine blue lace agate takes center stage with accents including aquamarine, agate, quartz, and crystal beads in icy blue tones. Silver finished findings and elegant swirling motifs complete the collection. And then, of course, they have the 30% off coupon for us subscribers. And then, they give the address and to put in the Bargain Bead Box Creative Corner in Facebook. And then they give you the support if you have any problems. Which, let me tell you, if you've ever had if you haven't ever had to contact them, it's their customer support is primo. I've had to contact them a couple of times, even with the last one. Remember the little kite, moss agate kite bead? Mine, when I first looked at it, looked fine, but then when I went to use it, I discovered that up by the pin on the back side, there was a big chunk out of it. So I contacted them, and they instantly, well, I shouldn't say instantly, of course, it took a while to get here, but they sent me a new one right away, as well as a free gift. So, it's great. And their customer service is just wonderful. So, anyway, we're going to turn down and look at this thing and see if anything, if it inspires me any to make something. I did do a poll on my site the other day, on my YouTube channel the other day, and asked if people preferred necklaces, earrings, or bracelets, or something other. Hey, Dorothy. And I got 14 votes. And of those 14, 6 said necklaces, 5 said earrings, 2 said bracelets, and 1 said other. Though I don't know what the other is. So I guess it's whatever we decide on. But we will see about a necklace. Definitely probably can make earrings. Earrings are something that I can just do in no time flat. So to start out with, we're going to just notice that this says this retail value of this shipment is $85.81. Now, they have retail prices on the side here. Those are suggested manufacturer's retail prices. Or manufacturer's suggested is what the MSRS stands for, or P. But anybody who's shopped at Bead Box Bargains, when they put the extra in, hi Jeff, they always say, their prices that are on here, if they have the things in the store itself in Bead Box Bargains, it's usually less than what these say that they are the suggested prices. So anyway, let's turn down. We'll open this baby up. Okay, so down we go. Come on, Flip. You are being so naughty today. Hi, Jefferson. So tip her out. Purple bag. They usually are, the bag's usually sort of consistent with the colors of the stuff in here. Though frankly, they say these are blue, so this should be a blue bag if we want to be really... So number 1 is a 20 millimeter blue lace agate and brass point pin. Suggested price is $6.99. Oh, pendant, not pin. Finish the word, Rose. There it is. Oh, it's a lot smaller than I expected it to be. 20 millimeter. I guess. Still smaller than I expected it to be. So it looks little. It's definitely can't be, unless we're just putting it on a chain, it's not going to be a main component, but it is pretty. I like the markings in the stone. I hate these bells they put on here. It's going to come off because it's cheapo. Well, oh, you're being stubborn. There we go. Bell off. It's gone. But I think that is pretty, but it is really tiny. For some reason, I was expecting it to look, be more like a point that you, like the normal points you get are. Number 2 is a 4-inch strand of 8 to 12 millimeter blue lace agate faceted cylinder beads. Those be nuggets. You these? Yes. Now these are pretty. Suggested retail price on these is also $6.99. These ones have knots between. These 3 do not. Weird. This one looks like it's got damage on the top of it, but I think it's just the stone itself. It does not feel rough like it would if it had been cracked. So ooh, but this one is. No, that's a druzy on there. Check that out. Can you see it? Perfect size for a cat toy. That's funny, Randy. Well, you could always just put a jump ring on it and hook it to his collar where you put his tags. Then he has it. But yeah, this one's druzied. Like I said, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? Isn't that cool? I thought it was broke because, see, it really looks like it is. But then when I flipped it, it had little crystals in there. They're not really well formed, but you can see the sparkle if the light hits it just right. So it's really trippy looking. This one's got some matrix. But these are neat. I like them. Well, technicalities, Randy. If the site has more of them when the extras come up, get him one for him. Okay, that was number 2. Number 3 is a 15-inch strand of blue lace agate chip beads. Well, these are really pretty, but I'll be the first to tell you I'm not a really huge fan of chip beads, mainly because I don't like a lot of times where their hole is placed. If it's more or less in the middle, I don't mind them. But a lot of times, let's see if I can find one, the hole is really close to the edge sometimes. Like this one's close. I've seen them closer than this, but see how close to the edge it is? And I'm always afraid when I use those that are close to the edge that they're going to break out. And then they're going to be like, okay, great. You just broke and fell right off of my piece. Great. And of course, that was a sarcastic great. But these are pretty. I like blue lace agate. I think it's a really pretty stone. But, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of them that are really close to the edge. There's another one right there. It's not as close as the other one, but it's still pretty close. But, oh, that one's way close. No, that one's going to get flipped. I'm not going to use that one for anything. This one is a really pretty one. Of course, it's bigger, so it has more of the striations in it. Here's another one of those really close ones. See how close it is to the edge? The hole is right here. And it's really edgy, which is too bad because this is a big chunk. They could have put it way over here and it would have been so much better. Same with this one, it's right on the edge. Though it's further in on the bottom side, so maybe it wouldn't be too bad. But I'm just really leery of those ones that have the holes really close to the side like that. Hey, Pamela. So that's our nuggets. That was number 3, and their retail price is $4.99 for all these chips. Now, the other 2 pieces were $6.99, and they're the same material. I think it's just because of the fact that they don't really pay a lot of attention to it. They don't have to form it. They just take the chunks, shine them up, and drill a hole in them. Number 4 is a 7.5 strand of 3mm faceted aquamarine heated round beads for $6.99 retail price. Where are you at, little guys? Because you're obviously little. Crystals. That's cool. Uh-oh. Ah, there they are. I was beginning to think they were gone. Buried all the way to the bottom. These are pretty. Little tinies. Their retail price is also $6.99. These tiny little guys are faceted. It always amazes me that they can facet something this teeny. These are 3mm. Hey, Beth, maybe I'll make another ring like that one that you have and use these because they're 3mm, and I think that's what it calls for in the So into there with the aquamarines. Number 5 is a 15-inch strand of 6mm cornflower blue agate, which has been dyed and treated, round beads for $7.99. That's these guys. These are pretty. So these are the agates, number 5. Number 6 is a 7.5-inch strand of 8mm Malaysia jade dyed quartz ice blue round beads, retail price $3.99. Okay, we saw those guys. Here they are, right here. Now we've had a similar color to these, though I think they might have been more of a brighter blue the last time we had these. We had them in the sunken treasure box, I think. These are more of a gray blue. Those were more of a sky blue, if I remember right. But I like a gray bead, so this gray bead, this gray blue doesn't bother me at all. I like it. See, this one right here looks way more gray than blue, as does this one. But I think they're pretty. Ice blue, huh? I gotta tell you, it's not really ice blue. I've seen ice blue. I know what ice blue looks like. We get it here. Blue ice. Did you order the book that we used to make your ring, Beth? It's cool. We need to do some more things with my books. Number 7 is 11-inch 8mm C opal glass, man-made, faceted round beads, retail price $2.99. Oh, these are pretty. Now, these are still translucent, which I love a translucent bead. So they really look crystally, but they got just that tinge of milk white color in them. I like them. They're pretty. That's number 8. Nope, this was number 7. Number 8 is 15-inch strand of 6x4mm crystal faceted rondelle blue in powder blue AB. That's this baby. Retail price $3.99. Get your sticker down here right. These are also really pretty. I love rondelles. I think it's probably one of my favorite shapes. This is a pretty color. So that was number 8. Number 9 is 10-inch 8mm crystal faceted round beads in Alexandrite AB. Oh, I have some beads like this. I made a pretty little pair of earrings out of those. Gosh, look at the shine on these. Aren't those gorgeous? And there's tons of little facets in them, which then shine through from the other side and make a really cool color. Hi, Angel. Practicing saying bingo. Yes, that's who got them. And a little necklace too, didn't you? These are just stunningly pretty. I really love these. They are so flashy. The last time that I got some like these, I got them on a buyout. And I really wish that we could find a lot more of them because they're really, really pretty. I hope that when they put the extras out, they'll put these out because I'll buy some. For sure, I'll buy some. So that was number 9. Now we're at number 10, a 20-piece 8x10mm English cut crystal beads in crystal AB. That's these guys. You know, we've had English cut before, but these seem bigger. than the normal ones we get. These are big. Oh, it's because they're 8 by 10 instead of the regular 8 by. Wow. These are really pretty too. I really like these as well. I think these last two have been my favorite things so far. I just love that purple and I've always loved an English cut. So with it being in a crystal, that really does it for me. Both of those were retail price of $4.99. 11 is a 12-inch 4mm crystal fasted bicone beads in matte white. That's these guys. Oh, matte white AB. I saw the AB just as I picked him up because see, you can see him on the beads. Hey, Kimberly. So those are our little bicones this time. We do tend to usually get a thing of bicones, and I like bicones. So now this says its retail price is $3.99. For any of you guys who've bought bicones on their site, they're usually anywhere from 99 cents to like $1.49. So like half this price. If you get them on the Beadbox bargain site. So they always have the best prices. Number 12 is a 6-inch 7.5 by 11mm crystal chevron oval barrel beads in slate blue iris. That'd be these babies. The retail price for these is $3.99 as well. I like these. You know, I have these beads in the jonquil, which is a yellowy color, and some clear ones with just the matte chevron pattern on them. They're really pretty. I like them a lot. I like lots of things in this box. This is a nice box. It's actually a bag. Number 13 is 50 pieces of 4mm brass stardust spacer beads in silver, nickel-free, $2.99 retail price. No, this is 14. We want 13. Here it is. Oh, these are those sparkly beads. What did we have these in before? I've used them. I remember using them. In fact, I priced something not that long ago that I had these. Oh, it was that white, and I guess I got them from last time from Softlex because I remember using them in that white bracelet that I just put up on my Etsy site. Come on, go in there. Stubborn. In you go. So, speaking of Etsy sites, does anybody else have the problem with you post your pictures on that you've got in your Etsy site and you get all these messages from these people? Oh, how's your Etsy store doing? Can we help you? We'll help you. I can see stuff wrong with it. If I can tell you what's wrong with it, blah, blah, blah. Have I been posting lots of jewelry items? Yeah, I have. I posted about 16 of them. Since I hadn't posted in a while, I decided to post a whole bunch of them this last few weeks. Because, hey, that chat GPT that you told me about, it works beautifully for writing the description, and that's my most hated part of putting things up. No, I didn't get them on the Etsy shop. I got them on my Facebook shop in the Messenger. And I'm like, because when I post one, then I'll put it in my Facebook page that it's in my Etsy shop. And then I keep getting them, and I started blocking them because it's just a royal pain in the rear. What number were we on? 14, 30-piece, 7.5 millimeter dotted star bead caps, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free. Retail price is $2.99. And I just had them in my hand. So, of course, they're buried. Here they are. Now, these are easier if I put them in a tray. So, I love a good bead cap, so these are nice. So, and then number 15 is a 39 by 16 millimeter woven swirl pendant. Retail price $2.99. It's only one, so it would probably be this one. Yep. That's pretty. Look, there's got an infinity in here. I like it. Next is number 16 is 4-piece 28 by 18 millimeter woven swirl links, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free, $3.99 retail price. That's 17, 16. Oh, I have some of these. Not sure they're silver, but I do have some of these. They might even be right beside me. 4 of those. But those are pretty. Those were 6. Number 17, it's 8 pieces, 18 by 16 woven knot charms, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free. Retail price is $2.99. I have these as well because I get lots of these because I do my Celtic shows, and they're Celtic knots. Oh, sorry to hear that, Angel. So, anyway, so I already have these, and I have them in bronze as well as silver in my personal stash, but I always have liked them. I tend to get a lot of those. So we'll see what we can do with them. Number 18 is 3 sets. I got an extra. Never going to complain about extra, but I do have extra. 3 sets of swirled hook and eye closures, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free. Retail price $1.99. Now these are pretty. I like these. That's a different ending for those, but I really think it's pretty with that little loop on it. I don't use a lot of these kind because a lot of times when you get them, this piece is pushed way over here and you can barely get your ring on and you have to pull it apart. This one actually is sort of, well, it's probably no worse than a toggle clasp for slipping off though, especially if you have some weight behind it that'll hold it. So I would advise that if you're going to use these kind of toggle clasps to, or S clasps, hook and eye clasp, whatever you want to call them. If you use them, you need some weight behind them. Same with a toggle clasp, in my opinion, because you have to have the weight to keep it from sliding down. But those are really pretty. I like them. They're really nice. And lastly, we have 1 meter of 4 by 3 by 6.5 by 3 millimeter hypoallergenic stainless steel Figaro chain. Those little, this is Figaro chain, but frankly, I'm used to seeing the little links be a lot smaller than the longer link, and, or I should say the longer link bigger than this, because I'm not sure if I have some right beside me so I can show you what I mean. Most of my chain is curb chain that I have, so. But yeah, I'm used to the larger link here in the middle of the 3 small ones being quite a bit bigger than the small ones are. So this looks a little different to me. It's still a nice chain. I'm certainly not going to complain about it. And it's stainless steel, so it's going to be really strong. So that's all of our goodies from our bag. And I think it's a gorgeous bag this time. I don't have anything that I actively am going, oh God, I'm never going to use that. Because even though I'm not a big fan of chips, I will use them. I just will make sure that I throw out the ones that have their edge way close to the side, like I showed you. So so that's my biggest concern with the chip beads. So that's why if I were to say I could have done without something, it would have been the chip beads, because like I say, I just really am concerned when the edge is, the hole is really close to the edge. The ones I like the best are those pretty purple ones. Let's knock them all back out here and see if we can think of something to make. How much time we got? Oh, not quite a half, about 20 minutes. So it might be earrings today. So, I love these beads though. These are my favorites in this box. I love these purple beads. Okay, we're gonna make some earrings. We're not gonna use, obviously, where'd that pendant go? I just had it. And I'm not going to use it, obviously, because A, it's a pendant. That little pendant could go back in here. There it is. You can go back in there. So, and we also are not going to use the hooks. I could use chain. If I use the purple, which I do like, I'm not going to use this. I don't want to put those together. I could put these together. Too much of the same size. I'm going to use you. You're smaller than I want to use for this. I think you need to go in a necklace. Okay, let's see here. If I use you, Randy. Okay, as far as ear cuffs are concerned, I can do those one of two ways. Let's see if I've got the pieces. I do have blank ear cuffs, so if I wanted to just make an ear cuff with just the blank, we could do that. I also have, I also can do them myself with a piece of with wire. But if I were to do them myself with a piece of wire, I'd probably use one of the blanks as a sort of a... of course, I'm not finding them now because usually they fall out at me when I don't want them. But now I can't find them because I do. I would use one of them as a blank to give me the proper sizing. That's one thing I always worry about when I'm making something that like that. But of course, with something like that, you also can push them to a size you want. Those are they're all ear wires. Never fails. Like I said, if I want them, I can't find. They're not right here. If I didn't want them, they'd be falling right in my lap. Ah, there they are. I love these twisties. Pity these are gold instead of silver. So hey, we don't have to use silver. But anyway, so this is the gold ear cuff blank. Let go of your buddies. So see, this just goes around the edge of your ear here, and there's a hole right here in the bottom of it where you can dangle pieces down from. So that's a blank. Now, if I were to make them myself out of wire, I would probably put some pretties on the top, some swirls or something, just to give it a little more oomph. But that's a blank. Ah, geez, Mary. Yeah, exactly. Worst possible time. That's the way it always seems to work. Okay. I don't think I want this at the bottom. So, but I wouldn't mind one of these connectors. So get a couple of these out. Guys, go back in there. Now, you'll notice these connectors go two different ways. When I use these, I'm going to make sure this loop goes up at the top, unless I decide to use a post, which I'm probably not going to. Well, I might. I've got some snowflake posts. Nah, I don't need to. So when you put your ear wire on, you see the ear wire goes the same way. So that way you only need one jump ring if you make sure this loop is up at the top. Okay, these are closing and opening fine, so we'll leave those out. But we are going to use definitely some of our pretty purples. Hook this up to the top with a jump ring. Then they're probably going to be relatively simple because we only have about 15-20 minutes. So and I know I'm notorious for going over the hour by a long shot, but we're not going. We're going to try not to do that today. Where's that? My hand. Okay, so put you guys down here. We got bead caps. We got these guys. Got the chevrons. These chevrons are pretty, but I don't want to overpower our pretty purple ones too much, and I think that they would, because see how much, mainly because of their size. See how it would, unless I put something between them. Well, let's leave them out for right now. We may put like one of these between, or one of those. If I keep using the sparkly beads, this is going to be a really sparkly pair of earrings. Maybe I will use them. Leave the English cut in between, and instead of doing them this way, I'll put the sparkly purple on the bottom, and we'll do like so. Works. Let's check that out. So we'll just cut these loose so we can see them better. Hey, Donna. When did you sneak in? I don't think I saw you come in. Where did I get those blanks? I think Amazon, but I could be wrong. But I think it was Amazon. They're really simple to use because they are already, all you got to do is hang a bead strand on the okay. Go the other direction. If I use this one at the bottom, it's got a flat bottom, so we're going to have to find something to sit on the other side. Trying to decide which side I like better. I think we're going to use those. Put the bicones away. Let's see about the bead caps here. How will we work on this guy? I'm not sure I like it on that guy. So, do we want him on the purple one? Though I might. Though if we use the purple one at the bottom and we use this particular bead cap, it's got a pretty good size hole, and it will probably need like another little spacer of some kind down below it to keep it from falling off the oh, come on, where am I? Silver, gold, gold, gold. What silver? Shannon makes sure these are wrapped up so good. See, right off. So instead, come on, a few of you guys come out. We could put one of these on the bottom. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. And then the bead cap. Purple. That's pretty. But now I need to, if we're going to keep this chevron bead on here, we need to find some kind of a spacers for it. How long is that going to be? It's good. It's under 3. So, like I say, I need to decide. I do like how this looks here, and this one doesn't need any more spacer, but we do need something here. And I was thinking, I know I have some. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? I still have some leftover, if I can find them. I had some leftovers from one of Randy's kits that were some really beautiful star spacers that I used in something the other day. So I know they've got to be relatively close by here, but I'm not seeing them. And, oh, I guess they're from Bargain Bead Box, or from Bead Box Bargains, because they have one of their stickers on them. So let's go with this guy, and then this guy. Have you sit on top of that fellow. And if it weren't for the fact that it's going to make it extra long to do this same pattern on the other, up in the top, I would do it again, but I think I'm just going to get a, those are tiny daisy spacers. Here's a medium one. This one might work. No, that's one of those smaller ones. There we go. Come on, go on there. It needs bigger. See how it's just looks like it's just sitting on top of that. I don't like that. This is bigger than I want, but this is not big enough. So maybe we will try a bead cap on the top. See what it looks like. I don't like that either. Picky, picky, picky. We're not going to use chain. You can go back away. So I don't like this on the top, but maybe if we switch this around and put this one here, we could put this back on here and then put the English cut, then our okay, that works. And then we'll hook it to here, and I'll probably just hardwire it on. Let's see, we need one of these, two of these. And two of the big spacers here. This one's tarnished, or not that one, this one. See how much darker it is? It's either A, tarnished, or it's the wrong one that got in the package. So we'll do those up like that. Oh, didn't need these. Come on. I was leaning towards the purple at the bottom till I just discovered that this looks this looks better this way. So as far as the chevron bead is concerned anyway. See, because these make like a little platform for the chevron bead. And since the English bead's pretty good, good size too, it doesn't, it's fine with the platform for it to sit on the platform. Oops. Give yourself some more wire. So there we go. Now we just have to wrap these up and hook them on and then put them on that one. And they'll be done. Sorry to hear that, Janice, but it's not bad. Oh, we got 3 minutes. I think we may have just enough time to get our pieces on here. Now, this doesn't matter if it goes which way you bend it and put it on, because there's no particular front and back. When you got a front and back, you got to be careful of that, though. So I'm going to get this up and around and over. Bring her down and around, leaving a gap because we're sliding it on to our piece here. This piece has no particular front or back either from the looks of it. So we'll get this one. Stop. My steel plate has dropped down and it's creating a hassle with my other tools over here. There we go. Grab this baby. Nope, gonna use the tiny ones. Now we're gonna wrap this baby up. Come on, stop. These are, I believe, stainless. Well, they might not be stainless steel pins because they're wrapping pretty easily, but oops, I didn't get it all the way. Why are you slipping off? Tuck it in. That doesn't look like it tucked very well. Oh, I guess it's all right. Oh, it was the top of the spacer that I was seeing. So there's that one on. And we'll do this one. post of it. There we go. Now we just got to put the ear wires on. Don't put these away, Rose. You need those for the ear wires. These you can put away. So we'll get a couple of Tinky Tots out, or 4 millimeters. And they should be big enough, but I'm not positive that they are because this has got a pretty big. So we'll give it a try. I got both of them in my hand. Through here. Now see, it's really close here because this is a big guy here, and I'm not sure we can get away with the Tinky Tot. We may have to go up to the medium. And I'd say we're going to have to go up to the medium. It does not want to grab this enough. Well, I did, but I'm not sure it'll close decent. Let's see. See how it wobbles around there and wants to go to the side instead of laying down in the groove quite right? So this needs to switch to a bigger one. I mean, even though we got it connected, it doesn't want to sit properly. And no sit properly, no work. Tinky Tot just hit the floor. So we'll get the next size up, which I believe is a 6. Just 2. Oh, this one's already open from not working for something else. So we might as well use it. Stop being a pain in my rear. Now this doesn't want to close quite right, so I'm exerting mild pressure forward and then pushing it and then swinging it back and forth a little bit to try and ease that forward some. Now, wow, that is a wide loop because see, it doesn't even hardly want to sit in the medium quite right, and I'm not going to a large. It will sit there, but it's just really persnickety about it. So something you have to think about. It really doesn't want to sit there. It's like it's got something about that. That's such a wide piece right there that it just really wants to give it problems. I didn't want to use a large one, but I may have to so that it will sit properly because this, of course, the larger one's groove is a lot bigger. Well, we're over our hour, so we're going to get this one finished up pretty quick, and then we'll be done. I'm going to see how well this big one's, what it looks like. I would prefer not using a big one, but I'm really concerned about the way the medium one even is sitting with how thick this connection is here. So now see, this one sits just fine with no problem. I wish we had something a little bit in between those. I could make a round one, but I don't really want a round one. But see how it's really stiff in here. It doesn't want to move. Or if it does, it moves sideways. See how it's sideways right now? We don't want that sideways like that. So we're going to take this baby back off. And because I've now opened it about 3 times, at least 2, if not 3, I'm going to throw it away. Because as you open them and close them, it weakens them. So I'm going to throw this one away. And I'm going to put this big one on here. Now, with this big one, I would have preferred to have something on the jump ring itself, which you can do, a small bead or something if it'll fit on there, but there she goes. So there's our earrings all finished, and we'll put this away. Yeah, if I want a round one, I do have some, and I could make them easy. They're not hard to make. If you've never made one, I can make one for you really fast. Of course, I'll have to grab a hunk of wire to do it. Here's some 20 gauge. Do I have the end? Of course, since I want it, I can't find the end real easily. There it is. So just, if you want to make a round jump ring, just cut a hunk of wire. Or don't cut it. You can always just do it on the spool. Round jump rings are really simple to make. Then get a bell making plier. And just, depending on how big you want them to be, just start wrapping. You want to wrap relatively close to its buddy. Now the first one is usually, and the last one are usually stick out a little bit because, you know, they don't want to finish wrapping around, and they didn't want to start really great either. So, but see, they're really close. You take your clippers, or your flush cutters, I should say, and I'm going to cut it right here because this one is sticking up right here. Then you just go down the line. There's one. Now this last one that was on the end of the line, you see it has a pretty good sized gap. Not as bad as I would have thought it would be, but it is got a gap there. So this one I'm just going to throw away. So now you've got 5 little jump rings here. Now, because of the way you had to cut them, there's going to be one of them's going to have that little sharp side. And if you want to, you can go in and trim that sharp side off. Oh, this one had a sharp side both sides. I must have got a rough edge when I cut one of them. Then you'll need to bring your jump ring back together because it's going to be a little bit off now. See how it's pretty close right now? But because it's got that little sharp edge that I'm going to cut off so it'll meet better, then it's going to have a little gap. But you can bring those together pretty easily. So there we go, jump rings. Yeah, true enough, Mary. So anyway, there's some round jump rings, and so I will finish trimming those off, but here's our earrings. I'm going to flip us around here now. So there they are, all finished. They're about that long. So now they're about as long as I like them, about 3 inches. But I think they are really pretty. Of course, they would have been a little shorter if we could have used a smaller jump ring. But I like them. I think they turned out really nicely. So we are like way over our our hour by about 10 minutes. So we're gonna go. It's been nice having everybody here for my first morning coffee talk of this season, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Then we'll decide what we'll make tomorrow. Maybe we'll work on a necklace tomorrow. Or maybe we'll work on those ear cuffs that Beth was talking about. We'll have to see. But everybody have a nice night. We'll see you tomorrow morning. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, working for Thunder Horse Descendant for our morning coffee talk. Bye-bye.